Hi everyone, welcome back to Mrs. Perna's class. Today we're going to do a saber-tooth tiger drawing using chalk and oil pastels on a nice brown light sheet of paper. What we're going to do is we're going to start by using round chalk. You see it's chalk because it is round. And for a saber-tooth, we're going to draw its big shoulder. Now I'm not pushing hard, I'm just using this as a light sketch. So here's his shoulder, here's his hindquarters, otherwise known as his behind, and then here is a small circle that will represent his head. We're going to connect the head to the shoulders, then we're going to connect the shoulders to the rear end, like that. So that is the beginning of my saber tooth. Next thing, we're going to add a little square on front. We are doing all this as sketching. The white chalk is sketching. Now I'm going to add a triangle shape here, so it looks like a little ice cream cone. I'm going to do the same here. Looks like an ice cream cone. I'm going to add another triangle here at the bottom, because this is the shape of animal legs. Next, I'm going to add a little oval here. This is where his paws are going to be. I'm going to add a little letter V, like that, because they had a little tail. They didn't have a big tail. I'm actually ready to switch over. I'm going to switch over to a reddish brown, like this. And I am going to add his ear. I am going to add some hair. I'm going to draw the outline of his face. I'm going to give the bottom of his head. I'm adding the fur lines around. I'm going to add a nice furry shoulder. Bring it down. Do his rear end again. Always adding zigzaggy fur lines to make him look fuzzy. Now, because we are only looking at some of his legs, you can add his other legs in the back by adding back here, do like a letter V with his foot and bring it back up. Same here, letter V, foot, bring it back up. So there is my saber-tooth tiger so far. Next step, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to get myself some black. I'm going to add his nose. I am going to add his eye. I am going to put some details in, some more fur details, go around his head again. So I'm just adding more details to him because I can color in later with the other brown. So there is my saber tooth, and I can go back in and color. I'm going to add a little white to him. Also going to color in around his saber tooth because I'm now going to switch. You can tell the difference between chalk and oil crayon because oil crayon has a different shape to it. It has flat sides. The chalk will be round. So you're going to take the oil crayon, you're going to add some color inside of your saber tooth. He does have a second one, so I'm going to put a line down the middle so it looks like two are there. And I'm going to add some white highlights on the top of his body so it looks like the sun is hitting him. I'm not going to do his back leg because his back leg is in shadow. Maybe just a little on the edge, that's about it. And now I'm going to turn my oil crayon on its side. I'm going to color in a little bit more of his fur so he's not the same color as my paper. And once you add a little bit more of the white or the black for shadow, you can come in with a finger and just blend it. So that way we get different values of color and we can get rid of the paper showing through if we rub it. Now, once you've created your large animal on your sheet, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take that white oil crayon. Remember, it's got the hard edge, it's got the flat edges. The chalk has no edges. It's round. So take your chalk your oil crayon, and go around and give your animal a glow. Just go hard with the oil crayon around it to give it a glow so it stands out on our cave wall. Another thing you can add on your sheets, I have also given you some different symbols. Just wait a second. I've given you some different symbols that might have been found in the caves. One of the symbols would have been like a plus sign with a circle. That could mean hunter. What do you think a wavy line might mean? Go ahead, you can talk. What do you think a wavy line would mean?
That he's not a predator.
No, I'd say he's definitely a predator.
Well, like a stream or something?
Maybe we're saying that 2 streams away, past 2 mountains, who lives there?
Sabertooth.
The saber-tooth. Maybe you want to make jaggedy lines and make it look like, we could say the saber-tooth, this is a symbol for saber-tooth's age. Maybe his age is 3. So you can use oil crayon to go back over those sections and make them show better.
So cool.
It is so cool. And then the last thing is this, around the edge of your whole paper. You could choose to do it in black, you could choose to do it in brown. What I'd like you to do is put your oil crayon on its side and just go like this around the edges. So this is what you're going to do next week in a very special way. And I'm going to keep that part secret until next week. But the very, very, very last thing when you're all done, make sure you have what on the back? Okay, and secret code. And, nope. You ready? This is the best part. We need to make this look like a cave wall. Do you know how we make it look like a cave wall?
That's how we did our map.
So now when you open it, be very careful. It now has that look of being on the wall because it's got the cracks and the crevices and the awesomeness. There we go. And that is our project for next week. That's what we're going to be doing. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.